Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy G COLO welcoming you back to another reaction video. This is the reaction channel G Reacts, where I react to old content, new content, old songs, new songs, old live performances, new live performances. I eventually want to get to TV shows, skits, comedy, movies, compilations, sports, all of that type of stuff. So if you guys would like to see the channel expand, make sure to subscribe and join the family. Now today we are back with Impatient. We're back with Ren. You guys keep asking, so you know I'm gonna keep delivering. Today we got Asylum. I have not heard Asylum. I've not heard Dr. Myers. There's a few that I haven't heard, so I'm very curious to see as to what like they're gonna come with the song. I've realized that throughout the whole Impatient mixtape, or not mixtape, just project, I'm just gonna call it project. Throughout the whole Impatient project, they've had like substance abuse, they've had just like mental issues, a bunch of stuff like that correlated to the lyricism. However, the way that they depict their lyricism and the way that they are like articulating themselves, the way that they are displaying their art is absolutely amazing. If you guys have not heard Impatient, if you are a viewer and if you have not heard Impatient, very versatile project so far. Extremely versatile. I've been extremely impressed. Shout out to Ren, shout out to Chris, shout out to Black Pegasus for even putting me on Ren. If you hear from Black Pegasus's channel, shout out you. Much love. I'm very excited for this one, so let's get straight into it. If you guys are enjoying the reaction videos, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell that you're notified every single time that I drop, because why wouldn't you want to tap in? You feel me? My name is G COLO, G space COLO, COLO being half of Colorado. That way you guys know where I'm from. I am gonna not gonna do anything actually. I'm ready to just get straight into this. Sorry guys. First video of the day. Let's get it. Let's get this pulled up here. All right, cool.
The preacher sins on Sunday morning. The sheriff steps outside the law. The teachers don't know much at all, and it's all the same. Empires rise and empires fall. As we wander through the darkness, we'll die upon this hill, and the only pill to swallow is the one that made you ill. In this virtual reality, it's hard to see what's real. There's something left worth saving, I'm holding on to still. The doctor is your local dealer. The banker cuts himself a check. The politician you believe in is never around, just empty promises and death. As we wander through the darkness, we'll die upon this hill, and the only pill to swallow is the one that made you ill. In this virtual reality, it's hard to see what's real. There's something left worth saving that hasn't yet been killed. Where do we go when bound by the chains? When the tide gets low, I'll wait for the wave. Still I learn to let go with hope for change. When the world is an asylum, how do you stay safe?
Damn. Okay, so far, it's funny because you see that the type of messages that they're holding up, depending on the person or what perspective he's taking, it's extremely ironic. Like the teacher doesn't know anything at all. The banker cuts himself checks. At the end of the day, and it's like he said at this lyric, I'm not, well, I mean, I guess I could click on it. Where we are right now. Okay, well, I mean, we're on this lady. Hold on still, see what's real. And the only pill to swallow is the one that makes you ill. It's just like with a lot of pharmaceutical companies, how they'll give you a type of medication, or the healthcare system, the way that it works is they'll give you something to solve this one problem, but with this one problem, there's two other problems. And then from there, it's just going to continuously progress. And it's just something that they see only for profit. They do not care about our health. The government does not care about our health. They only care about what's going on in their pockets and what's going on like systematically as far as them making money. So the world is corrupt. Everything is corrupt. We're all lab rats. This is a big stage. Everything's planned. Everything you know is a lie. Hell yeah. All right, let's get straight into it. Or back into it.
The world is an asylum. How do you stay safe? Yeah, the times change, but it's still the same thing, played out on a constant loop. As the wars wage on the centerfold stage, and the storyline's nothing new. While we draw lines in the sand decided by the chosen few, just for something to believe in, anything will do. And we throw spears over counterfeit fears while the kings and queens all watch. Brothers shed tears, but it falls on deaf ears in a land that God forgot. Still we thread hard through the hangman's rope and lose sight of what was lost. All for something to believe in, but was it worth the cost? As we wander through the darkness, we'll die upon this hill, and the only pill to swallow is the one that makes us ill. In this virtual reality, it's hard to see what's real. There's something left worth saving that hasn't yet been killed. Where do we go when bound by the chains? When the tide gets low, I wait for the wave. Still I learn to let go with hope for change. When the world is an asylum, how do you stay sane? Chance to be reborn. Hold on, hold on, hold on. A mother reaches for the needle. A baby's lost before it wakes. Without guidance for the people, it's all the same. Walls are built, walls will break.
Very, very, very powerful. I'm going to get into the lyrics really quickly, and then we'll get on to musically what I really enjoyed, because there's a lot musically that I absolutely loved. So with this song, let me see, does he have the lyrics? That way I don't have to keep going back and forth. He does not. Okay, that's actually fine. Pretty much the world is built up of people that are in power and that will stay in power, unfortunately, because the entire system is corrupt. Therefore, we are the people that have to deal with the repercussions. However, knowing that there's not really much I'm not going to say there's not much we can do, because there's a lot of shit we can do. It's just that people need to be able to unite, and they need to come as a collective. Well, we need to come as a collective and just start making change. I truly believe that life is all about perspective, whether if you're going to see the glass half empty or if you're going to see it half full. I go by this every single day. I think about this all the time. because at the end of the day, you're the only person that is in control of your emotions. You're the only person that's in control of what really goes on in your life, or I guess what direction you want to take it. So with all of the depressing stuff going on in the world, just lighten up a little bit. Just tell your neighbor you love them. Just make sure to know that you have a good heart, help one another, be a helping hand. And yeah, respectful. I respect everybody's religion and stuff. Me, I always put God first. And I always make sure that I just mind my business and go on about my day. So I love the direction that they took, showing different types of people as well, because it truly shows that every single person is affected with what goes on. Nobody in the video is somebody that is of too much power, and what I mean by that is I would say like a politician, or at least it didn't look like there was any politicians or anything here. I say politician, for example, because those are like, politicians are very powerful people. I love, yeah, like I said, showing everybody is affected. I also like the simplicity of the video, how they're just standing in a park, just something any normal person could be doing. Everybody passes a park, everybody's like out and about. And I love the whiteboard too, because it shows like with different people, it's like they wrote it in their handwriting. And so like the different types of fonts and the different types of handwriting can show, I guess, can represent perspective as well. So I'm saying it can represent perspective in the sense of that, like the way that the like writing and stuff is displayed. And what I mean by this is like, look, this lady, you could tell she's an artist. You could tell she's a creative mind. So she might see the world differently than somebody who's just, you know, writing normally. Also too, it shows that everybody's experiences is different as well. So not like, that's a good representation of the different types of fonts, the different types of handwriting. That's something that I really like. Yeah, musically, the strings, like,
Anchor cuts himself a check.
I love that it's like this reminds me of like a campfire type song, like something that you'd play around the campfire, something that you'd play just like around the homies or whatever if you're kicking it, something that you would play if you're just like carrying an acoustic guitar, like, oh, let me show y'all something really quickly, and then just, you know, give him food for thought. Love the strings. I love the guitar. I love the direction how of the song, how it just stayed in like one, like, I guess, emotional pocket. There wasn't too much musically that was going on, like heavy hitting. There wasn't it wasn't too light either. It was very to the point. I loved how it was very blunt, because that's how the world is. But like I said, at the end of the day, life is all about perspective. Life is all about what you make of it. And if you're somebody like me, I'm going to live life to the fullest. I'm going to be grateful of every single day that I'm breathing. And I am going to make a change, because why not you? Truly, why not you? Any person, whether if you're 8 years old, whether if you're 80 years old watching this, why not you? Why not? Question of the day, why not you? Anyways, guys, that was my reaction to Asylum. I really enjoyed that song. Very real, very in-depth, but also like very surface level lyrics. So what I mean by that is like intricately, there's not too much going on. There's not too many entendres and stuff like that. However, the point is still very powerful and gets across in a very well way, like in a very well manner, as you guys saw, because the song was a banger. So if you guys enjoy the reaction, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, that way you're notified every single time that I drop a video. This has been this has been Asylum, Impatient with Ren and Chris Webby. I am an upcoming artist from Colorado Springs. My music is available on all platforms, and I will see you guys on the next one. Later.